Oh boy, oh boy. I tell you, there's nothing like starting my day with a good old hot cup of soup and watching CNBC. I'm so glad that they stayed with YouTube TV, at least for now, short term as it all is. Oh boy, look at all these numbers. Oh, what's, oh, I don't know what these mean. Okay, let me watch something else. All right, I'll turn to the news. I love the news. News is the best. Oh God, I don't know who this is. Why? Okay, I'll go to Peacock. I love Peacock. Let me see your Peacock. Let me see what's going on there. What's going on, Peacock? Oh God, it froze.
It's news time. Delivering to you the news you didn't know about, the news you didn't care about, and the news you didn't know you cared about. With host, Chad White. Now, here's that host, Chad White.
Welcome back to News Time. I'm your host, Chad White, and this is the carriage dispute news you didn't know about. In the new world of streaming, signing up for a service has never been easier. The same can be said about leaving a service. No longer do you need to call Comcast to say, hey, this sucks. It's expensive. The UI sucks. The remote is sticky. And I was on hold for 40 minutes. Now you can just click 3 to 5 prompts on a website and boom, you're done with that service. Until your favorite show returns and then you sign back up for a month. Forget to unsubscribe and stay on for 3 months until you see two extra charges for $12 that make you go, but. Now, as easy as it is to start and cancel these services, a lot of them are bundlers, and it's getting to a point where the consumer is thrown into the middle of a pissing match. YouTube TV is currently in the midst of a carriage battle regarding NBC Universal. The Google service has been very upfront about the situation. They sent out an email to subscribers detailing the big stuff while remaining genuinely apathetic. In true Google fashion, it feels very robotic. NBC Universal, on the other hand, has been acting like a child that isn't getting its way. And for now, as of this writing, the two came to a short deal allowing for NBCU shows and channels to remain on YouTube TV, which is why I can do this. We don't know how long it's going to last, though. The first carriage disputes occurred in the early 1930s when over-the-air broadcasters needed to get permission before showing programming from competing broadcasters. This requirement came from the FCC, who would stretch the law when cable was introduced. In the early 1990s, the Cable Television Consumer Protection and Competition Act required distributors to carry local broadcasts as well as get permission to retransmit said broadcasts. Enter disputes. When channels disappear from providers, that's called a blackout. They rarely used to happen. Now, they're coming at us sometimes a couple hundred times a year. Not to be outdone, YouTube TV has also experienced its own blackout on a different platform. Heck, Roku didn't have HBO Max or Peacock when they launched because of money. Roku, man. This carriage fight is the second major one that YouTube TV and Hulu of Live TV have experienced. Sinclair pulled all of the regional Fox Sports stations from both services, meaning all of the local baseball, basketball, and NASCAR broadcasts are all gone from streaming. And that was a year ago. Google and Disney haven't blinked, and looks like they won't do so here too. When a channel provider makes claims against a cable service, it's usually because they want money. Dish didn't carry HBO in 2018 due to Warner, as Dish bigwig Charlie Ergen puts it, using HBO as an economic weapon. Now it's back, and all 6 satellite subscribers can finally catch up on Game of Thrones. Please note, the dragon sex scenes are grossly inaccurate, based on my findings at least. Now it's true here too, as NBCU reportedly wants Peacock to be bundled in with YouTube TV. That's how HBO Max, Stars, and Showtime work. AMC, Sports League passes, and others do the same too. The difference is the first 3 are premium cable packages with streaming add-ons. The latter options are additional add-ons and niche services. Peacock is a specialty streaming service, so it falls into the second group, meaning it's unnecessary. NBCU also wanted a bigger piece of the streaming cable pie, which would raise YouTube TV's prices above its already ludicrous $65, well above every other service. However, it also has 4 million subscribers, again, well above every other service. Also note that the price only grew from $55 due to Viacom CBS adding its own networks into the mix. So it's possible to raise prices, but not practical. Carriage disputes aren't going to disappear. As traditional cable implodes and streaming cable rises, the bundling and unbundling of it all is set to be more battles and wars. We did this to ourselves. While we didn't want to pay for cable, we're basically paying cable prices for each one of these services. At least I am. How else will I bring this show to you? Hey, speaking of bringing things to you, why don't I bring to you the subscription button and the other videos button? Listen, you can also head to the website at cpluscomedy.com, where there are interviews with your favorite comedians, as well as comedy-adjacent people. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. I forgot that last week, at cpluscomedy. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ChadBlackWhite. Like us on Facebook. Listen to the Constitutional Podcast, wherever you get your podcast. And I don't know what's going on here.